that on this walk today, we don't walk alone. And we're always walking with these relatives who are with us. And for that I am honored to bring this awareness to those who would not ever know about this situation. Sometimes I walk into a space and people have never heard about this, and that is sometimes discouraging. But that's why we have each other, and that's why we have this work, and we will do it until everyone knows about it. Thank you.
Hello relatives, welcome to the 5K walk and run for MMIW Plus. Give me a second, we're going to move out of the way here and then we'll fill you in on what we're going to be doing today. Alright, thanks for joining everybody. Go ahead and log in, tell us where you're at, where you're watching from. If you were with us yesterday, we were at an organizing of a search party for a missing relative. And today we're bringing awareness to this issue with a 5K walk and run. Closer here.
Our family should come first and being a good relative, because none of us knows what tomorrow brings. So we need to start bringing awareness not only to our young ladies but to our young men also, because this affects them too. It affects everyone. So we remember we have prayer, which is very strong. No one can take that away from us ever. So while you're walking, remember everyone in your prayers, and let's have a good day. And prayer gave us a good day today because the rain stopped. Well, I'm going to start all over.
Again,
my name's Coach Juan, and I'm from Rosebud. And what I just said was, let's get back to what's basic, and that's family. Family comes first, and we've lost that down the way. So let's get back to the basics, which is family and respecting one another and being a good relative. And let's lead by example. We have a bunch of young ones out here. And as adults, as parents and grandparents play a big role in that lead. And we need to remember how strong prayer is, because prayer has given us a good day today to remember our loved ones. So as you're walking, remember everyone in your prayers today, and continue to be a good relative so our generations to come have a better tomorrow. Let's have a good walk and remember everyone in our prayers. Viva Oglala. Thank you.
Again, thanks for joining us. I'm going to walk over here really quick. There's still organizing going on. You can see the people came in, they signed a registration form with a few questions. And they actually, you can see all these red shirts that people have. They were giving away to the registrants, but they ran out of shirts. I don't know how many shirts there is, a lot.
We're going to ask you all to move into the front here for a group photo. So if you could all kind of move up this way towards the Bandshell, and you guys with the sign are going to move towards the front of that crowd. Come get behind the sign. Some of you can stand up here.
Yeah, just give me a second here. Thanks for joining. Go ahead and let us know where you're watching from.
I'm like, getting chaos.
Oh, people are moving. Oh, that's all good. You can see all the different people.
Running the whole, like with it. Or how do you want them? Do you want everybody to stay behind the banner, or do you mind if they run? Yeah.
So yeah, so they're getting ready. Right now they're doing a group photo, and then we're going to be going on a 5K walk and run to bring awareness for our missing relatives. And so we're watching it come together. This is live. It is going to happen how it happens. I'm really excited for you to be joining us and to get around here.
Come on, gather up. Don't be shy. Representing our relatives today.
Yeah, I think a photo.
Come on up. Watch, stay low.
Okay, so that people came out in the survey that was being done. I'll read it to you, everyone. They were asking how many people are affected by this ongoing issue of missing and murdered Indigenous women, relatives, MMIW plus. I see missing and murdered Indigenous women moving forward together for our relatives. And so like I said, yesterday we had, we were here as people organizing search parties for relatives, and today we're going to raise awareness. Which is a lot of different ways to be involved in this movement.
We're going to count down from 3 to 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I want you guys all to give us a fist high. Power of our people, the power of our red nation. There it is.
People watching want to put a fist in the chat, it would be appreciated. So we're getting ready to go on this run. We're going to be in a golf cart, following along. Hopefully getting a few interviews along the way, but we'll see how it turns out. Again, a lot of people are here to uphold the memory of their relatives,
We'll also have the golf carts if anybody
to
needs assistance.
share awareness,
And we'll also kind of feed the
and you know, so people are here too, and they're in prayer, and they're in their moment. So we'll try to interact with everyone in a very good way, and make sure we leave space for people to have their experiences. But we're bringing you along as well, so you can see what all the work that our communities are doing to raise awareness for our relatives. And this is just one way. Again, there's many ways.
Who do we follow?
So everyone's getting started. A lot of people. Yeah, we're here in Rapid City, South Dakota, for this 5K walk and run for our relatives. Yesterday we were here as people were organizing search parties, searching for our relatives, and today people are raising awareness for our relatives. Let's slide through here. Am I in the way? Jeez, where should I sit? Oh, you almost fell. You sit there? Oh, okay.
Alright. I love you. Take care.
Yeah. Hello, how you doing? Hey, how's it feel today? Yeah.
I am.
Awesome. Well, this person is.
You could run. I don't think I could walk.
Hey. Well, we're live, just so you know, so don't let your. This is the media one, so don't let your secrets out because everyone's gonna hear them. But also, if you want to talk, or let me know, and that's all we have to do is talk. So.
Off the clutch. You gotta press. No, just press the gas.
There you go. And we're off. This is the 5K walk and run for our relatives. People are walking, people are running. I am not doing either on the golf cart, but there's these signs along the side here. Again, like I said, a lot of people are here remembering their relatives, trying to raise awareness. They're in their moment, so we're going to try to interview folks, but if we don't, also just know it's live and people are here, they're not here to... A lot of times we interview, they're here because of a missing relative, or they want to bring awareness to this issue. That's what they're concentrated on, so we're going to do our best to interact with folks in a good way. But this is the Walk and Run 5K here, Rapid City. I am Lorenzo Serna, your host. I'm Chicane.
How come you get a ride? I have to walk, Lily.
So you put on a webinar, other social media presentations. There's a lot of like signs along the way that have ideas for people if they want to engage in the movement. Like this one, homie. Yeah, a lot of children running along. Yeah.
Staying on the main street then. Okay. Be on Facebook.
Again, this is us just moving along. You see all the people who are here. I don't know how many people are here, do you think? No, for sure, 100 more. 100. I can't count people very good. Again, if you're just joining us, this is a 5K walk and run, MMIW Plus, raising awareness for missing relatives. And we are on it. We're on a golf cart, actually, shooting through the walk run. There's a lot of people here, as you can see. Oh, we're on a tunnel. I don't know the signal wait for that. Wait a second. Thanks for joining. Some runners and some walkers. So, again, this is Sunday, May 23rd, 2021, a walk and run with us to raise awareness for missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and two-spirit relatives. We started at the Memorial Park Bandshell. It's a 5K loop that begins at the Bandshell, it's moving through Founders Park and returning to Bandshell. We did ask that people wear masks. Of course, people living their lives, and all ages are encouraged to welcome to join. You can see there's a vast variety of people here, all different ages. Real fast, so that way in the front. So there'll be some fresh recipes, some food provided. We're hoping people stay hydrated. Of course, they're doing this for their relatives, and for their relatives, to raise awareness. And this is just like a awareness and educational asset component for our community. Again, we were here yesterday as people were organizing a search party looking for our relatives, and that would look vastly different, obviously, than what's going on today. Today, people are raising awareness so people can know that this is happening and ongoing. So there's a lot of different ways people are involved with the movement, be it literally forming search parties and going out into the community to find our relatives and bring them home, to being visible, as we know that if we get invisibilized by this society, we have to be visible. We come out and we make events like this to be visible, and it's visible. There's hundreds of people running right now. We're in Rapid City, South Dakota, trying to raise awareness for this ongoing issue here, and just sharing this with you. And again, thanks for joining us. If you want to hit like, follow, share, subscribe, whatever works for you on the internet there. Also, if you want to let us know where you're watching from, that would be great. And if you've been affected by this issue, if you feel comfortable sharing that, of course, on a public forum like our chat. But yeah, just let us know. Hello. Hello, Sandra, Nick, Helena, Melinda, Sam, Cassandra, what's Missy? It's starting to rain a little bit. Look. It's a blessing. You can see all these signs along the way have different things people can do to support, provide different options for people to support. There's always different ways to be involved, and sometimes, being involved is wearing a t-shirt, being involved is making food for an event, being involved is praying with your relatives for other people who are going to events. Sometimes being involved is being on the front lines. There's different ways to be involved, but all of them work in unison. And again, yesterday when we were here, we formed that search party, we looked for our relatives, and now we're here again, raising awareness, and you see it's just a different component of the movement. There's different pieces all moving together in unison to try to bring awareness for our relatives and bring our relatives home. There's youth way in the front, leading the way. You getting up? I'm just talking, so we're gonna. Okay. All right. We're almost full, like a lot of times, but let's go. Yep. Here we go. We'll move. Eventually, I think we'll be facing forward, but for now, we're gonna face backwards. It feels very good to be out here. I know that people always wonder what it feels like to be here when they're not, and I just want you to know that it feels very good. A lot of our relatives here, there's a lot of good energy, a lot of good spirit, and it's just all these different generations coming together to hold space together and raise awareness for our relatives together, and it just feels good. Even though it's a little dreary, we got a little bit of rain, the temperature's a little weird, but it's so pretty beautiful. Put together a public campaign. What's up? Yeah, people are ready for real. These folks are way ahead now. There's people walking, people running, and it's all spread out right now. Whoa, flying back. Okay. They're going both ways. I think we're going to turn around in a second. And so, of course, we started with a prayer. We weren't live for that. We greeted people. There was a survey given out asking relatives if they've been affected by this issue. And again, if you do want to share that, the chat is public, so it's up to you. But you can also just be aware that we're trying to bring together data so we can make the society be more actionable, because they always want data, even though we tell them what's happening already from our witnessing it. They always want their hard numbers, so we're giving them their hard numbers, but we're still doing stuff about it along the way. Running down. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is it. This is the turn. To contact local government officials and urge for better legislation. We're gonna stop here for a second. So it's 5K. I didn't run any of it. I was, as you can tell. Okay, stop for a second. People are turning around here. It says about 2.5 kilometers. See who wants to talk. We'll talk to people at the end. Thank you, Sam, Shanta, Henrietta. Boots on the ground for our loved ones. Yeah, a lot of people came out to support. And again, this is just one way to support. It's a way to bring the families together, the relatives together, to hold space together, and then experience learning together, you know. And like I said, that this is just a component. If you look, we say this is just a component. Good morning, Sarah. This is just a component. And James, good morning. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Always thanks goes every direction. But yeah, it's just a component, you know. There's just different ways for people to be involved. A movement is made different moving parts, and this is definitely moving. And like I said yesterday, there was the search party. Today there's this run, walk, feast. There was a feast yesterday, and we're always eating together, you know. And so yeah, this is the end of the line of the run, and then we'll be heading back to the Bandshell. We just wanted to bring you here so you could see it, witness it with us. How you feeling?
Good, I'm good.
Yeah. They're good. They all know I'm out here with the camera. But yeah, and there's let me see if I can pull out the registration form. So the registration form, you know, I was asking for, I wish I had a place I could have you email this information, but don't know. Anyways, name, age, email, optional, tribal affiliation. Has your family ever been impacted by MMIW? Yes, no. Were resources made available for you? Yes, no. And then on a scale of 1 through 5, how supported did you feel? 1 being the least, 5 being the most supported. And do you feel like a MMIW kit would be helpful? Some sort of page with information and guides. And there's a release on here so I can film everybody. So we're getting that information, and again, this society likes to discover things that we've been telling them forever. And so now we're giving them the data. I'm sure they'll discover it.
Coming. Just jog real slow.
How's it going? Oh, next tattoo is running. Alright, ready to keep moving here. Again, if you want to, don't forget to hit like, follow, share, subscribe. You are the way that our information gets out. You sharing it, make sure that we can get past sort of the technology overlords or whatever who let us know who can see and not see what we're sharing with you. So the more people that share this, the more the people will see it. The more people that post this places, the more people will see it. And it helps us get through that wall. I think that was the writing of that one. You can see that along the route there's been all these signs.
I didn't read the sign. It's too much to read.
Yeah, there's a lot of info on them.
Yeah.
These are top 10 states for missing relatives, New Mexico, Washington, Arizona, Alaska, Montana, Nebraska, Utah, Minnesota, Oklahoma, California.
Wow.
It's too many.
Wow, wow.
Thank you. Allies. As you hear this more and more, just remember the reason you're hearing this more and more is because all of us who are doing events like this, who are doing search parties like this, who have stopped, I guess, waiting for this state or society to want to do something. Ooh. Oh my gosh. It's firing. And that's why. Because we're doing these things that you're hearing more and more about this, and now there's actions being taken. And it's been a long, we know that this issue has existed since contact. It isn't a new issue. It's happened since contact. Our relatives have been going missing and they've been kidnapped. And we're saying, always have been saying no more. And now we're not letting them not listen, I guess. Okay? We're heading back to the Bandshell. And we just wanted to bring you out here so you can also witness this. And like I said, this is just one component. This is not, you know, as we try to create change, there's different methods, different strategies, and they all have to work together in concert. And so this is one of them. Yesterday was a different one where people were actually, somebody asked them that, I was like, was this an action? And I was like, I don't know if it's an action, but really it was a direct action. It was the most direct action you can get. We weren't saying, they weren't saying, I guess we weren't saying, let's go get someone to go find our relatives, or let's go figure out who we gotta go ask to find our relatives. Like yesterday, people were like, let's go find our relatives. And they went and looked, they went and knocked on doors. They put flyers up. They asked people on the streets. They were trying to make timelines, trying to track where this person could have gone. And that's very direct action. That's people taking it into their own hands. You know? And today we have this raising awareness action. This is a way to let people know that these things are going on in their communities, and trying to be very visible, very seen, and as we are continuing. We're gonna stop here a second. Yeah, so it's different. Again, it's just different ways to create change. But all of them are working together. And thank you for being here. I can't say that enough. Smoke these burners. Contemplation.
I'm almost there.
Thank you, Layla.
Oh, that's the data.
Again, it's a bit chilly day, a little drizzly. So it feels really good still to be here, even despite the weather being, yeah, it's okay. It could have been way worse. So this, yeah, it feels good, and a lot of people are here. Thank you, Steph, for sending that love. I hope things are going well. And Dear Hawk, sometimes we can't make it to the events we want to make it to. I understand that. I know what it's like to wish I was someplace I couldn't be to, you know, so Just remember that everything you do from where you're at helps, and even liking and sharing this information helps. Talking to your friends and family helps. You know, we're all in this together where we're at, and that's why, you know, that's why you're who you are. You know? And so thanks for feeling that, but just know that I'm happy you are where you're at, and I hope everything's wonderful for you. Hello. Morning. Okay, so we wanted to do interviews, but a lot of people are here. You know, we took that survey in the beginning that we talked about, and Gloria. Thanks for joining us from Seneca Nation. But yeah, you know, people are here, and they're remembering their relatives, and they're in contemplation, they're in prayer. So we're gonna bring you along, but I'm not gonna really try to break people from where they're at, you know. And so we'll try to do some interviews when we get back to the Bandshell, but for now it's just gonna be me talking a lot until we're back. But thanks for joining us again. Everything that we do everywhere is important, because all of it is what makes change, you know. Beep, beep, beep. There we go. Back to it. Again, anybody who's watching, if you want to let me know where you're watching from, that'd be great. Say hello to each other in the chat. Let's be kind. Again, this is a very, while we do, you know, we're experiencing togetherness. It is a traumatic event, a traumatic issue, and it comes out, you know. So let's be good. And how's it going? Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Denise, for joining us from Iowa. I need the good luck to not fall out of the cart, so I appreciate it. I see there's so many people here. It's just beautiful. And again, it's important, you know, when we think about actions and events, and that we create actions and events that many people can participate in. We can't just only be one type of person who, the most able and fit person possible can do this, and that's it, you know. And so you see here, there's people walking, there's people running, there's people in carts, there's babies. You know?
Cheaters! Cheaters!
They're getting called out for the cart. Hey, thank you, Isia, for the good luck. Same to you. I wish I love that. Create relationships that are relation, not just one way. More and more people turning. Ten cuidado. And again, if you're just joining us, this is a 5K walk and run. A runner here. Passing this by, that's how fast they are. Let's see if I can. Again, this is the MMIW plus 5K walk and run. We're moving forward together for our relatives. Bye! Bye! Thanks for running with us. Yeah, I'll see you soon. He's been trying to get on the cart for a while. I think he's going to win soon. I'll have to make room for him here in a second. So it's Sunday, May 23rd. Let me read this description. 2021, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. MST. We're walking and running with us. We're walking and running together to raise awareness for missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit relatives. We started at the Memorial Park Bandshell. The 5K loop, we've been just here this whole time. We're on our way back from the loop. Heading back towards the Bandshell through Founders Park. And yeah, as you can tell, there's all ages, all abilities. A lot of people here. Warriors. Oh, I got t-shirts. Oh, there's, how many shirts were there?
No room for me.
Are you gonna go all the way?
No, I've just been stopping and taking photos as people pass.
How many shirts were there, do you know? There's hundreds. 200. Yeah, 150, 200. Yeah, they were gone quick. There's a lot of people here. There's posters along the way. Let's see if I can read this one as we pass it. 66.5% of Native women express concern for their safety when traveling. Again, we're collecting data even in the sign-in. There's a little bit of data we're trying to collect. Again, we know that this is a real issue that we've been experiencing since contact. Society wants proof all the time, and then when they discover that proof, they tell us the things that we told them. So we're telling them already, we've been telling them forever. We're also collecting the data so they can look at it and understand the way they understand. So the event is in collaboration with us, the NDNCollective. Thanks for being here, and the Rosebud Sioux Tribe and the Oglala Sioux Tribe. The director of tactical media here, the passing relatives in front of us, so they can give us a front view here.
Onwards.
Thank you. It's my fault. I ate a lot. Hey, you see those people making sure that the crosswalk is safe. So when there was a car coming, they went out and they blocked the traffic or the high visibility vests. And let us cross and make sure it was all safe. So this way there's a lot of different components, different people helping in different ways, and people participating. Okay. That's why I started here, see if I can read it. Support organizations and program and their direct efforts to combat MMIW. Oh my God, so that just means that in your local area, there's probably different organizations, different groups are working on this issue, and you can look and find them and maybe help them in their mission, or volunteer, or just check out what they're doing and make decisions however it feels right, you know. But there's just a lot of options out there. There's a lot of people working on this issue, and definitely look around in your area. 84% of Native women have experienced violence in their lifetime. Statistics have been gathered. Some of it, this issue is traumatic. So sometimes the things we learn don't feel good, but we learn it so we can change it. The advice of what you can do is put together a social media campaign. You have the hashtag MMIW or MMIW+, or the MIR, a lot of different ways we refer to this movement. They're all together. And you can share information on those hashtags to bring awareness to it, or however it feels good. Advice is to create a podcast, hear stories about what's been happening. Thanks for everyone who's watching on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. Thanks for being here with us today. And don't forget to hit like, follow, and subscribe wherever you're at. Oh, look at this. This last movie. So we're gonna head back. Everyone's gonna be eating. 5,712 cases of MMIW were reported in 2016. I missed the second part of it. Native women are 1.2x more likely than non-Hispanic white women to have experienced violence in their lifetime. The average age is 26 and over, being 18 years older. What? The average age is 18 to 26 over. Was a percentage. They're just joining us. We're on this MMIW walk run. We're heading back to the Bandshell right now. This is Rapid City, South Dakota. Thanks for joining us. If you're just joining us, our relatives are running for our relatives to raise awareness. Those that have gone or gone and are missing, and how we want this to stop. And again, this is one of the many ways we're going to be involved. Woo! Thanks, James, for the solidarity and the love. Thanks for being here. And once we're done, so I'll be a little more excited and people are back. Morning, good to see you. There are no current federally funded national databases that track the MMIW cases. That has been an ongoing issue. I think a few weeks back, we were at an event, I think May 5th, talking about the MMIW task force that was created in Minnesota, with Senator Mary Codine being one of the hosts. That's right. And so they're trying to create task forces. They've been creating them at state levels, but they want one that's national.
What's up, pretty girl?
You don't want to talk at all about what's going on?
Did you miss her?
No. Alright. So we're going
I'm gonna grab the drone.
Alright. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go back and swoop people up if they need a ride.
Alright, I'm gonna go with you.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
Fine.
We're live this thing now. Alright, we're in the front seat now. I got upgraded. Before they had me in the back, eh? Before they had me in the back, now they got me in the front. We're gonna see the front view. We're going back in. Let's see if we can read some more of these signs here. Well, it's are we waiting for Laurie?
I don't have it. Oh. Okay, so get him from me. Okay.
We're on a mission for keys. Alright, now it's gonna get real lively. Because now we're on missions for keys. We're gonna be going through this. I don't know if you wait for me, right? No, it's for me. Okay.
Wait, where was that?
Go ahead.
You see here the third leading cause of death among American Indian and Alaskan white women. We're heading back. We went down once, but we got a cart, so we're a little lucky. We're gonna go try to find some keys. We're setting a PA system up. There's gonna be some food. Alright. Okay, keep going. Watch out! Coming through! The average age is 26 with over speed 18 years old. So here we got Native women are 1.2x more likely than non-Hispanic white women to have experienced violence in their lifetime. Again, we're going to be sharing some traumatic information, but we gotta share it and bring attention to it so we can change it. And so I just want people to be prepared for that. You know, because this is a hard issue. It isn't something that's easy. The baby. This is 5,712 cases of MMIW, 116 logged into a database. But a lot of those cases are being found by task forces and different indigenous groups organizing in their locations to start tracking this information. To the end again. You know, we went this way before. Might be his time. Zoom in. Oh, that's his time. Oh, sorry, missed it. Alright. Let me bring my glasses so it's hard to read these. 84% of Native women have experienced violence in their lifetime. So along the route, we have all this information for people to. So they know how to talk about what's going on and share it with people who need that sort of data point to feel like something has to be done, you know, some sort of percentage or number of, instead of our stories that we've been telling them for so long. Oh Lord, sorry that you did not know about this sooner, but thanks for being here in the way that you can. I'm very thankful to have you watching with us today and sharing with us today. So
Get on. Get on the back. Hang on.
There you go, getting more. Thanks a lot to our YouTube folks that are talking on the chat. Good to see you and people on Facebook as well. I don't know if there's anyone on Twitter. And this is live on Twitter.
Right home. Where'd you disappear at?
We're going this way. Oh, they're all taking off. Oh, they found the. They took the kid. I thought they were jumping on. They just grabbed one of the people who had jumped on, and now they're all together again. So here, this is the support organizations and their programs and their direct. This is their time. Direct efforts to combat MMIW. Some small script on that. You have to get real. Can you get me closer to the side? Native Women's Society of the Great Plains, National Indigenous Women's Resource Center, Rising Hearts, Sovereign Bodies. So there's some organizations you want to look them up. Native Women's Society of the Great Plains, National Indigenous Women's Resource Center, Rising Hearts, and Sovereign Bodies. So again, it's the information, support organizations and programs and their direct efforts to combat MMIW, and then there's a few organizations if you want to look for those. The run is still going. Is this yours? Yeah. Is this yours? Yeah.
I'm prepared.
You got a donut and a cup holder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop here.
I am proud, Riley. You're gonna be on the cover of Restrooms for Riley.
That's right. Pass. Alright, but keep going here. Hello. See all the relatives here. Now, you have time, you can go back. I think the post before this was the feed from yesterday where we were organizing that search party, and there's a lot of good information there too. Of how people have been doing that, different options of how people have been doing it. And again, everyone's trying to support how they can and help how they can. There's a lot of different options of how to do that. Where'd they go? The feed so far, we've had some problems, but it's going so good. So far, so good. I thought we were trying to find the key. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're on a mission, but I don't know. I feel like we would have found them by now. This is where we bottomed out last time. Yeah, I'm not. So we're heading to the turnaround up here. We already did it one time, and we're gonna do it again. Oh, watch out for the puppy!
Feel there?
Yeah. Oh, they are. We're back there.
Wait.
Oh, no.
What's going on? Yeah, we might need another ride here. They're giving up. My daughter.
Oh, that's you. Picking up some people again. Let's make sure that folks get looking. Good afternoon.
What up?
You need your keys to get the PA out.
You want to ride? Let's do it. Get on in.
What about us? I
Well,
know. I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
And then if we go to the top right here, just 20 people. They get 20 people in the golf cart. Yeah, look around. That's so good. We're gonna head back to the Bandshell where there's gonna be some food, probably some speakers. We'll stay live again. Thanks for joining us today on this 5K walk and run to bring awareness for our missing and murdered Indigenous relatives, women, Two-Spirit, boys, girls. It's our relatives. We'll see them by.
So they found power? They have power?
Yeah.
So we're hearing.
Are you trying to race us? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, that one just booking it. Wow.
You okay?
Hello. So yeah, this golf cart's going back and forth just to make sure everyone's doing okay, and if anyone needs rides, we'll give them a ride, you know. No big deal. Isla, thanks for appreciating the live. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching us there on YouTube. Again, this is live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And so everyone who's watching in those places, thanks for being here, and thanks for sharing this out. And here, let me see here, submit opinion pieces to your local media and newspaper outlets. there's different things that you can do where you're at. If you weren't able to come to this event, how can you support in general? And that's one way to do it. Again, there's a lot of different options. To submit opinion pieces to your local newspapers. Good? Good. Bomb down this hill. Good side, good side. Here. Got dogs that come and support. Got pups. Hello. It's alright, it's still a little chilly, but it's not so bad. We're passing a lot of people below. We got babies on the walkway, sleeping in their carriages, their walkers, like the babies are here. And the puppy. We're going this tunnel. Hopefully it stays together. I think it will. Alright. Yeah, let's see what we can get around here.
Sorry, guys.
No sorry. They're good. Social media campaign sign. I gotta get looking on those hashtags online to see what people are talking about where you're at too. There's a drone. Oh, good. This time. Doing a podcast. And be driving us through. Got some people on the back. Again, I'm Lorenzo Serna, the Director of Taxable VA here at the NDNCollective. I'm Chicanx. My pronouns are they, them. And I'm really honored to be here and bringing this to you. We are live right now in Rapid City, South Dakota at the MMIW March and Run to raise awareness for our missing relatives. You can see here, hold a march, rally, or vigil. This one, walk, run. You know, there's different things you can do. Yesterday we were at that search party organizing. A lot of really good information there. I really suggest people take a look at that live. It's about an hour long. The people were breaking into groups to search different parts of the city, mapping it out, to start trying to cover ground looking for a missing relative. I did go on it, although I didn't go live because I was helping look, and it was quite an experience. I've never experienced like that before, to be honest. And so there's a lot of different things that you could do. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that, who's watching right now, who is involved, who's trying to figure out how to be more involved or involved in their own way, and just know there's a lot of different things that people can do, and they're all working together. I put on a webinar and other social media presentations. And if you use Facebook or whatever, I'm not sure what social media platforms people are on, but I know Facebook allows you to make voice rooms. You can just talk with people and friends and bring them together, talk about these things going on. It's okay. It's one way to do it and raise awareness, and also to remind people that they're not alone. Sometimes you feel alone, thinking you're the only one thinking these things, and a lot of times it's not the case, that we just haven't reached out and talked to each other yet about it. So don't feel like you're alone. You're with us right now, and all these people came together to bring attention to this. Alright, back to the Bandshell. Hey, Isula. I'm not sure if I can pronounce your name correctly, I apologize. I got that wrong, but thanks for being here. Thank you, Maria. Alright, let's see if we can try to talk to some people now. You've been hearing my voice forever.
Oh, put this up because she got a double cheer and all that. Where'd you get that one? Walmart. What was it, $5? Because I was going to say, if you went last night, not a whole lot was open.
Wait a second.
Well, the
I was going to interview the babies.
No, I don't want to.
Are you happy to be here?
Here's the other one. Is you happy? He's like, don't forget me.
I got the future generations are here in support. I guess they're not the future. They're not.
This is our youngest runners.
Our youngest runners. Oh, yeah, a little bashful. I'm gonna walk around here. So we can see all the places afterwards. People are gonna be eating together. Someone's laying on the ground. They got real tired. There's a barbecue going on, some grilling. There's different tables. We got some canopies up because it might rain. Might rain real hard, so we're prepared for that. Hello.
Everybody's all holding
I'm spreading awareness.
Can you patch into this?
Yeah. Is there an HDMI out right there? Yeah. Technically I can. I would have rather practiced before I did it, and then figuring out how to take all this stuff off to give it a clean HDMI out. But yeah, the theory, I practiced last night. I can make it go down and then switch the cord. So all I have to do is take that off and plug that into there.
Oh, okay.
We can make a be right back switching cameras thing.
How was it, Brad? Interview.
Oh, it's playing. In theory, we should be able to switch to a drone feed, but we just didn't practice, so we're not gonna try it now. But it's in the future.
Live for Founders Park. Wait, was it Memorial Park? Oh yeah, Memorial Park.
He's like, I'm tired.
So it's sunny. Kaden, did you win?
Alright, we're gonna walk through here.
Huh?
You want to talk about anything? It's up to you.
I just did a live feed. I'm all cocked out.
Alright. Oh, this is live. This ain't I'm just holding the live camera.
Oh. How did you do that one?
Oh, I have
you got Wi-Fi and hooked to the phone.
I have I have a bunch of technology in my backpack.
I see that.
Yeah. Lots of them. I'm just covered in batteries and Wi-Fi pucks right now. So. And then these are all the people talking. They're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and so I can talk to everybody.
Oh, wow. Can you share that with me and I'll share it?
Which one? It's on the NDNCollective. It should be
okay.
the thing on top. This is a GoPro 9. Yeah, with a medium one. It's a bunch of
I
stuff.
saw this like 360.
The GoPro Max.
I don't know which one, but yeah, I was like, ooh, that's nice.
I know. I wanted to get one, but it's already like, I don't know. To me, I'm already doing too many things.
Yeah.
But I want to make 360 VR things so people can watch that. We could have put like a 360 cam on top of here, you know, and then people could have watched 360 of what's going through. You know? And so it's just like different things and time and thinking. But
I know, I was like, oh, that's awesome.
the future, we're on our way. So.
Yeah.
We're on our way.
Yep. What's your name?
Oh, Lorenzo.
Oh, I'm Angela.
Angela, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm the director of tactical media at NDN. So.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm covered in. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Go see if there's any more kids riding.
I'll stay here. I already went. We're here at the MMIW 5K to raise awareness for our missing relatives. And so, if you're just joining, we're live here. This is Rapid City. We've been on this card a couple times. I was going to go again, but I think I'm going to stay this time. Yeah, I'm good. And we're just raising awareness for our missing relatives. There's ongoing issue that's been going on since contact, and trying to be here in a good way. You can see it. People are back now. There's food being offered, again, in a good way. If you've ever been to, we're going to feed our people. We're always going to feed our people. And so, yeah, so thanks for joining us, Safina. Don't forget to hit like, follow, and share, or subscribe. These are folks coming back from the 5K. So this went out, and then there's a roundabout 2.5 kilometers away. And now they're coming back. So this is everyone returning. And there's a lot of different people here. There's a walk, run. Nobody was required to run. Nobody was required to walk. Some people rode golf carts. And we have those golf carts going out just to see and make sure everyone's feeling okay. And if somebody wants to ride back, we'll give them a ride back, you know, just to make sure that no one's getting too stressed out. So let me see if I can try to find some interviews. Give me 1 second here. I have some people to talk to. Thanks, Fina. Thanks for thinking that's great. It feels good. And again, people who aren't here, yeah, I mean, I think you can kind of see it, but yeah, it feels really good. The relatives feel really good. Everyone's kind of enjoying holding this space together. You know, I know that we come together sometimes for really traumatic things. So, you know, but we have to remember our relatives, remember our ancestors, and bring awareness to these issues. And we come together, and yeah, we do good. You know, look at all this folks here. Let me see if I can read the description one more time. Anytime. And again, this is in collaboration with us, the NDNCollective, and the Rosebud Sioux Tribe and the Oglala Sioux Tribe. They're all out here.
Kim.
Everyone's hanging out. Food's being made over here. There's the grilling. I think they should be out there. They're packing the lunches, so they're all separate. Hello, Hi, this is live. Is it okay if I talk to you about what's going on, like what this is? Or?
Oh yeah, this is Hi. My name's Letoy Lunderman, and we're from the South Dakota Coalition Ending Domestic and Sexual Violence. So our program provides training and technical assistance programming to shelter programs across the state. So any domestic violence, sexual assault program that might need some training or technical assistance, we help provide that. And then we serve programs in all 9 of our reservations here in South Dakota too. So we're really try to focus on doing the work on the reservations too. So we came up to support the event and the cause. And
this is the number here?
Yep.
And if people wanted to call it, like, what's the information they could be looking
Well,
for?
we have referrals, so we don't provide any direct services ourselves, but we can refer. So sometimes we might have a victim that's just looking for help but doesn't really know where. You know, they can call our office and then we can find out where they are and what programs are close by and how they can access services that way. So.
Okay. So I can share this number then if people like. Okay.
Yep.
So if you're looking for any of that information, you can go to 1-800-572-9196. 1-800-572-9196, and then you can see the website here, www.sdcedsv.org. www.sdcedsv.org. What's this? The fans or?
Take one. Yep.
I'm gonna take a pen. I'm gonna need a pen.
Lip balms.
I still lip balm too. All right.
Take a pen if you want to.
I can't carry it too well. I feel like it'll be hard to carry. Hey, thank you. Thanks for talking to me. So if you wanna, if you have questions, they can refer you to resources at that number. So if you know are experiencing domestic violence, you don't know what to do, you're in South Dakota, you can call that number 1-800-572-9196, and they can help you find the resources that you might need. They're just here to get support. Let me think. Hold on. We're working on putting a period together, so we're doing ladies on one. Hold on.
I had to do it. Yeah. Like literally.
Alright, give me a second.
Like this, literally. I was a structuralist. That was. Okay, like this. Can I go?
Let me see. Again, thanks for joining us here. Somebody holding their relatives on a sign. Can I talk to you about your sign?
Yeah.
So I guess if you want to just tell us what's on this, like what's going on, and
this is my daughter Marquita, and she was murdered in 2009 in St. Francis, South Dakota, and it was due to domestic violence, along with my niece Reagan Chekba. She was murdered 3 months ago, and she's still waiting for justice. You know, so her court hearing is coming up pretty soon for the individual that did that to her, and the one that her best friend is the one that took her life, and he's serving 48 years. And you know, it's been a really long journey, you know, ever since this happened with her. And since then, I went back to school, you know, after we got through with the sentencing and everything. I went back to school, and I got my bachelor. I'll be graduating next month with my bachelor's in criminal justice, human services criminal justice, and I'm looking to be a victim specialist, you know, so I can help other victims, you know, and go through what I went through. You know, it was really, really tough. It was really tough. I went to battle like depression and, you know, and lonesome and, you know, like that, everything. And so that's my goal, is to help, you know, other victims get through the situation that I went through. Yeah.
What sorry, I just like I don't know how to ask questions, you know. I guess how can people not feel? I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of loneliness after these events and not knowing where to go. I don't know if you can provide any information or.
Well, what I strongly suggest is sweats, you know, and that makes you feel closer to your loved one, you know, and praying all the time. I pray all the time for her and let her know that I miss her, you know, and I feel like, you know, she's with me all the time, you know, and just praying a lot, and, you know, being close to your spirituality, you know, especially with your tribe, you know, and so that's what I strongly believe in, is going to a lot of sweats, and that would help, you know. So, but yeah, I'm a lot stronger than I was before, you know. So it's been 11 years, but still, you know, it still hurts inside, you know. But but I have these guys to, you know, keep her memory alive when I'm not here. So, and this is my granddaughter, my niece, and my grandson. So, you know, they were small when that happened to her. So, you know, they don't, but they'll get to know her, you know, in her memories and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me. And
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all.
I just saw you. I didn't know I saw you yet.
You can see the march. So we're gonna try to talk to some people. Again, this isn't. It's just really real, you know. Like yesterday when we were here organizing the search party and hearing all the stories and actually going out and searching like that was a whole different feeling, I think, and a kind of experience for me. And then now, of course, now we can take the time to hear from people and participate in this awareness building event, which is important. But yeah, this, you know, it's really a real thing, and people's relatives are really, you know, they're gone, they're missing, this holes blown in people's lives, and so just trying to hold that space is really hard too. You know, I just want to acknowledge that, and so just thanks for being here, and while we experience and hold this together and try to have joy together as well, like the weight is heavy, you know, and so the advice was, you know, sweat and spirituality to try to, and prayer, you know, to try to hold that space for your lost relative and hold that space and strength for yourself, because, you know, she said she was lost and didn't know what to do, and that's what helped her. And so this wanted to share that. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm live right now. What's up?
No, I'm.
Oh, just trying to get me out of the way. I was in your way. Yeah. All right, good luck. You too. Take care. Just making sure that sometimes people don't know that the camera is live, and just want them to know so they can be aware, and there can be some little bit of consent before they're on the screen. Again, a lot of the folks that here did were made aware when they were coming through that we're going to be filming and stuff like that. So we're doing our best. Thanks again for joining us at this MMIW Run Walk. We rode. If you watched our feed, we were riding along in a golf cart to raise awareness for our missing and murdered relatives. It's hard to say, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I say it a lot, you know, as we cover these events, but just it's hard. Yes, my interview sign. Do you want to talk about being here at all, or?
No, I'm shy.
All right, sounds good. That's why I'm asking. Trying to find. You want to talk about being here at all? No, all right.
That's why I walked back that way.
You don't want to talk about being here at all?
No. What? You want an interview? Maybe not.
All right, I'll make it a run through them. Hello. Again, you know, people are here together, and they're here doing something already, and you know, so I'm trying not to be super in folks' faces about being interviewed, but I am trying to get a few. But also, you know, if you, you know, there's no, I never want to be pushy, and so I'm never pushy. If you ever watch my feeds, you know, and sometimes you end up just listening to me talk for a long time, you know. But I think also as like a media person who's in these events, who covers events like this, I'm well aware of you know, people aren't here to talk to me. They're here to be with each other, you know, and so just trying to do that and be here in a way that feels good and isn't taking away from what they're here for, you know. And so it's really hard, I think, to be a media person and do it in a way that isn't destructive, kind of. I don't know how to explain that better, but... Hello! You made it. Do you want to talk about being here at all?
Sure.
I guess that's what brings you out here and...
Okay, hello, my name is Laurie, Walken Eagle. I decided to join this walk. I had a cousin who was murdered in January, brutally murdered in her own home, and then the alleged murderer went back to her house and passed out, and that's how they caught him. So his trial is coming up, so I pray for her and for all other murdered Indigenous women, and pray that they all get justice. And that's what brings me out today.
Yeah, thanks. And so would you say this affects a lot of people you know, or would you?
It does, because we've not ever really received justice. I think there was quite, there's crimes that just sort of go unnoticed, or they say, well, yeah, we investigated and we're done now, I think the legal system has gotten a lot better, I guess. So this young gentleman who was like 20, 21 is looking at life right now. So,
okay, thank you for talking.
Thank you.
And so they're saying that I was going to ask, what was the deal? And a lot of that improvement has been from events like this and pressure from the people, saying that we're not going to go unnoticed anymore, and we're not going to be made invisible anymore in a world we're already at. We're already here, and that's, so we've always been here. And it's really powerful to think about sort of the changes that have been happening as people have been moving into their spaces and saying this, no, we're not going to take this anymore. Even recently, Rick Santorum, who tried to share that lie about the creation of the United States, was taken down by the people, by the relatives, being like, no, that's not true. We were already here. You all showed up. We had to show you how to eat some food because you didn't know what you're doing, And he was fired from his position because of that lie, and that wouldn't have happened a few years ago, I don't think, So that's all because of you. That's all because of the people saying no more. And sometimes the walk is long, but change is happening, and we're making that change as we walk together. So thank you again for being here. I'm going to try to get a few more interviews. I think I'm actually going to try to get one more interview. They saw the camera and they went away. All right, so we're gonna move back into the eating realm. I think most everyone's made the journey. There's still a few people coming, but let's go over here. Should we just go to the table and be like, you want to talk? Or what should I do? I'm trying to decide who to interview.
No, not on there. I mean, on the live.
Oh, it's... Okay, I'm so confused. On the live?
Are you live?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is live right here.
Yeah. I can play that.
So what? How's it going?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay with this watch. Oh yeah, I went on a golf cart. I didn't run the walk or walk the walk. I rode the walk. But do you want to just talk about what's going on here today and what brought people out?
Yeah, I mean, this is, a partnership, collaboration between NDNCollective, our racial equity campaign, their team, OST, I think there's like diabetes prevention programs and other tribal programs that address domestic violence, and MMIW as well. And so there's a partnership, and it was, the run is to create awareness around MMIW. I think too, simultaneously what's happening is that the, Sonish scouts came down and are helping as well search for a missing woman here in Rapid City as well. And so, I mean, I think we're in a really good place of so many people. I think there was over 300 plus people here earlier before the run started. And I think that it would be really powerful, you know, to like start moving our community like beyond the awareness portion and moving us into a place of like putting it to practice. You know, we were out until like 1:30 a.m. searching last night for this missing young woman in our community, and there's only like, you know, maybe like 7 of us out until then. And so, you know, just encouraging people to take this awareness and take the energy that's created when we all come together like this, and the prayers that are brought together like this, and put that into action, in supporting whenever there are calls to search for the actual relatives that are missing, to like show up in those days too, and to move beyond the awareness part, like continue doing it and put it to practice. And so I think, you know, I think that's a really powerful message that's happening right now, both simultaneously with the Sonish Scouts and with, you know, this run and the 5K, is like being able to put those two things together and really encourage folks. So after this event, we're going to transition into searching again this afternoon and continuing to look for our missing relatives. So yeah, that's like the main things. I think also, you know, while I have an audience, I think it's important for us to start naming this what it is. This is femicide, you know, and for us to start using the language too around calling it femicide, but also starting to like say, like, our people aren't at risk, like our women are not at risk, they're targeted intentionally. And I think using that language, it changes the way that we look at these things, right? And I think that's really important, because as Indigenous peoples of Turtle Island, like, you know, we know that globally Indigenous women are targeted, right? And we need to start connecting our struggles to that, and like calling those things that, and naming those things that. So I think that's really important. And then also, one thing that I really appreciate about our racial equity campaign and through NDNCollective and the work that like Sunny Red Bear and Caitlin are doing, is that we're starting to reimagine and imagine what a future without policing our own people looks like. What a future looks like where we can have justice and bring our people home, and have a future without the policing, without punishment being the go-to for us. And I think those things are important to like start having conversations about now, why we're all together.
Oh, you want to say introduce yourself real quick? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Crystal Tubles. I'm Oglala Sioux, Northern Cheyenne. I'm from Lame Deer, Montana, but I'm the director of the Land Back campaign for NDNCollective. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna keep moving. There's my mask on the ground.
Calls. Where you at?
Hold on.
Sunny River. Sunny River.
Trial and error. Okay, I didn't see you. We are.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining again. We've been live for over an hour. We just did the 5K walk and run. I think everyone's wrapping up on that, and now we're gonna. And now people are getting ready for some food. Let's see, we're gonna go over here to the grill. Thank you, grill. J.E., I think we started out with a prayer which wasn't live. I think there was just a kind of a gathering, a little bit of a speech, and then a group photo, and then we went on the run. I think there's going to be some speeches soon, and so I don't know if you missed them. Hey, thanks for being here. Have a great day. And so we'll see if there's going to be some speakers here in a moment. I know there's going to be some food in a moment. There's a lot going on. What's up right here? Again, do we want to talk about why they're here?
I'm here because she made me.
This is.
Always remember her name. It's my granddaughter.
Thank you. This is really, I was.
She just lost her life.
Hasn't even been any
September 12, 1999, August 9th, 2020. Regan? Is it Regan or?
What's that?
How do you say her name?
Reagan.
Reagan. Reagan. Chakpa. Reagan. Thank you. Again, like, that's why people are here, you know, and so it's hard to get interviews because they know why they're here, and they've been talking about it for so long, and Reagan. Chakpa. A little bit of mist coming down now. It's filming everything. Who's this? The Twindians? That's why everyone was saying that in the chat, like the Twindians.
The Twindians. They're sleeping now.
Alright, we're gonna keep moving again. I'll try to get a few interviews. People are here and now they're just, oh, it's kind of hard. I feel like it's always a little bit more difficult. But...
Are you in news or are you like a
journalist? Yeah. I do journalists.
Going around filming everybody here.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get people to talk. All right. Wait a second here.
Like this?
Alright, let me move this around over here. Yeah, there's a lot of people that showed up. I think there was like 150 to 200 shirts for the registrants, and they ran out of those just it's really fast. And so there was way more people on that. Some people may have left after the walk run.
Participating today. We still got a few things going on. We got our food over here. Whenever it's a go for that, we'll go ahead and let you guys know. But I wanted to open the mic up for any families, any relatives that want to share any stories, that want to talk about anything that's on their hearts today. Since it's a community event, I definitely want to include all of your stories. And if anyone wants to share a prayer, anyone wants to share a song, I just want to let you know that the mic is open for you.
All right, so it looks like there's an open mic now. If anyone wants to speak, they can speak. And we'll see if anyone does. Again, no one's required to. Everyone's sort of where they're feeling. If they feel compelled to, the option's there. But you know, like yesterday I talked to the family advocate. I think the Scouts, and they're talking about just the trauma around these events and interacting with people and how careful you should be you know, because people are in a place where things feel dark and they might react differently than you're expecting, and just to be soft, you know, and not make any assumptions of what happened or didn't happen, and just listen. I don't know if I just gave you my code. It might be bad. Doesn't matter. I can do I think that's it forever. It's like a wide berth for a second. I think someone may be praying, and I just want to be respectful. So we're gonna go around the wide. Yeah, but I think it might be a prayer song, so I'm walking away because I shouldn't be there for it. So this, based on what I'm saying, I think it is. So I'm just gonna walk to this tree for a second, and we'll just gonna talk for a little bit and make sure that I'm talking over it. We're gonna look at this tree, then we'll walk back. So it's kind of hard to know, but then we'll turn around here so you can see. We're gonna go back over there in a second. Just I wasn't sure, and so just to make sure. We'll look at the water and we'll walk back. Yeah, I was walking away because I'm pretty sure there's a prayer occurring, and I shouldn't be filming it or recording it, so I gotta talk the whole time. Pretty sure. Alright. We'll go back. I think there'll be more songs and more words shared, but I wish there was someone came and shared a prayer to open this space into the meal, which we're going to be having here in a second. Other people will be having. I'll be filming. I might stop. I'll probably drop the feed when everyone starts eating. I always feel weird filming people eat.
Which does a lot of searches and advocacy for missing and murdered. I am absolutely happy that there's so many people at this turnout. The spirit for our missing and murdered is alive. I see a lot of people here that know and want to do the right thing for our people, and I appreciate all of you. I watched you guys come in. I watched the warriors run in. I watched single dads coming in with babies, moms and babies and twins and grandmas and granddaughters, and I think that's amazing, the turnout here. I see the spirit. I also see the needs of our people, the ones that walk along the creek. And I'm gonna take a minute to make a personal commitment to the people that live in the streets here. I'll be back. I'll be back with people and resources, and we're gonna help the people together. I want to thank these young ladies and the Creek Patrol people that all put this event on. This is not an easy thing to put together, I know there's a lot. I've been in some of the events myself, and the coordination, and you know how that goes. It can be pretty troublesome sometimes. So, but it worked out. It worked out because Creator wanted it to. So, I'd like to. I wish I would have seen one of my families here, and that's the family of Mariah Highhawk, who just lost. Mariah's mother passed recently. I was wishing that I would have saw Matea here, and I don't see her here, and that's sad. But we have a lot of people here that have been murdered and missing. I think we should take a moment to take responsibility and pass this mic around and say your friend or your loved one's name. Remember them, send that out to the universe. Yeah, it's been an emotional weekend for me because I've actually sat here and I've talked to some of the people that live in the streets here, and they are vulnerable. And we can't turn our head to them. That's a part of our responsibility. So all the people that have participated in organizing this event, the family here, that we've been searching for their loved one, we've gone into some pretty tight areas here in Rapid City, and I acknowledge the need here. We need to come together. We need to be just responsible in a good way for our people. I'm going to let Melanie come and say a few words. She looked like she doesn't want to, but she has to. I'm her elder, so she has to listen. Thank you guys for all being here.
Petiwashte. My name is Melanie Stoneman. I'm a Shichungu Lakota from Rosebud, South Dakota, and I'm a family advocate for Sauna Scouts of North Dakota. And some of the things that we've came into and taking a look is kind of something that's always been here, that's always been a part of us for probably over 500 and some years. MMIW is not new. It's a part of genocide. It's a part of colonialism. And in order to try to eliminate some of those genocidal elements, we need to come together. Awareness needs to change a little bit when we have our searches, and maybe we need to plan them a little more around community events similar to this. But I wanted to share something with you. I was kind of wondering why we didn't have a whole lot of people helping us search yesterday for our loved ones. And part of that is we wait as Indian people. We wait. When your daughter goes missing and she don't come home, or your auntie, uncle, grandma don't come home, we wait. Because as Indian people, we don't know what the protocol is supposed to be. We're not supposed to know. What do you do when your missing person is gone? What's the first thing you think you do? You call the police department. And then you run into barriers because the police department will say they're of age, they're adults, or they'll even manipulate some of the language and say they're drunks, they use drugs, you know, they're homeless. Like they speak about our people like they're nothing. Where I grew up with my great grandma, if there was one woman in the community or one woman in that teepee, she had a whole matriarchal generation standing beside her, and she represented Tioshbe in our family. She had certain given gifts from Tukashila, so we valued her. And we have to get back into that in our women's societies and picking up our grandmas in our Tui ways. I want to share with how I ended up here. My daughter went missing in Williston, North Dakota, and she was trafficked into Minneapolis. And we used American Indian movement to go and get my daughter. And the grassroots organizations are the only ones that helped us. The police would not help us. We had a hard time getting a lot of help. The American Indian movement, and I'm going to say his name, Dennis Banks. He went door to door, knocking and looking for my daughter. And we got my daughter back with grassroots organizations like American Indian Movement, with Tom Cheyenne, and all the other Pejihota. So it matters to hear our voice, because that's who's going to save us. We cannot wait that extra day. The minute they go missing, we need to get together and go and find them, because every minute counts. They held my baby girl for 2 weeks in a trailer. They did horrible things to my daughter. They raped her. They beat her. Her spirit is broken. So I'm going to stand up here and I'm going to be her voice. I'm going to stand up here and I'm going to be her spiritual tool to try to help her, because she's in treatment right now. And she's having a hard time, but she's getting better. So we want to get together in your communities. There's things happening in this community, and you're seeing it all the time. There's a lot of sex trafficking happening at these motels. You need to talk to your women and talk to your girls and try to get some kind of committals on girls and the boys for meth, because that's what we ran into last night. So these are just kind of reminders. We're going to be coming to our reservation in Rosebud. They're just now up and coming with their MMIW, and we want to help create what MMIW advocacy looks like, what you need to know, what you need to do as a community, because Sonia Scouts can't do it all. Their organization, it's going to take a whole lot of people to try to pick up the pieces here. So some of the family had asked us to come in and try to assist them and set up some kind of search protocols so that we can get our loved ones home. When we come into a community, we not only look for one person. We go out there and we look for, there's 15 people missing right here in this town. Ages from 14 years old all the way to 65 years old. And that's not that you probably don't know that. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to the family for inviting Sonia Scouts, our team, to come in and allow us to search the area and allow us to advocate for their daughter. And she's actually a relative to me. I'm part Oglala too. So I just want to say thank you for listening. We have Susan's posters, and we have our cards. And thank you.
Okay. Next, I'm going to have my Tui come up and say a few words about her takoja that, she can tell you her story.
Good afternoon, or is it still morning? My name is Carmen Whitehorse. About a year ago, almost a year ago, because of one stupid decision, my granddaughter was shot in the head. This is her. It's hard to take. And the bad thing is, I told her never to come back to my house because she wouldn't listen to me. She wouldn't pay attention to anything I had to say to her. She did her own thing. And this is what happened. And I'm angry and I'm hurt, but I just want to remember her. And I want to thank you all for coming today. And my family's here today with me. And we... This really brought a lot of hurt to our family. It just kind of ruined her dad and her mom, her sisters, her whole family back in St. Francis. That's where she was from. It's again, I want to thank you all for coming here today to remember all these women and these men who for some reason aren't with us anymore. Some of the reasons are so stupid. My granddaughter's gone because it was a stupid decision. Some guy took a gun and just shot her point blank in the head, blew her head off. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so we've heard a lot of heart-wrenching stories today, and it's been going on for a really, really long time. So with the women's movement going all the way back to the 60s, 70s, we've had Indigenous women missing all over Turtle Island. And although I'm not actually in the movement anymore or working with domestic violence or sexual assault, my mom was Tilly Black Bear. And I grew up with all of these issues, and it's sad that we still have to continue to bring awareness to this, especially for Native women and Native families. But I'm really, really happy, and it really makes my heart happy to see how many people came today. So thank you guys all for making that decision to come out and help create awareness for MMIW, and to be able to share your space with each other to bring awareness to MMIW. Right now I want to share an encouragement song for my Tui and the rest of our families here. It's one of my songs, or one of my grandmother's songs that was my mom taught us, me and my sister, who is no longer here. But I hope this helps everybody, and my Tui will come over here and help me. We'll sing an encouragement song, and hopefully all the families that are here that have missing loved ones or that have lost loved ones can smile a little bit, because you know, life keeps moving forward, so we need to keep walking forward in a good way and keep giving each other that encouragement and that love. Okay, so I'm getting the sound you can't, or the sign you can't hear me again, but okay. Hey, hi, hey, hi, hey, hi. Sorry, I almost lost it. But if we can have somebody come up and do the meal prayer.
Oh, can my son call?
I'd like to say to all the people, thank you for helping me look for my wife. all me and my daughter want her to do is come home or call at least. If she needs money, we could get it. We could give it to her. We just want her to come home. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for joining us. I think there's gonna be a meal prayer. I almost know. So I'm gonna have to run away. We're moving away. We're gonna move to the water for a moment. There's a prayer. I gotta leave. Hit me. Get rid of me. Anyways, yes, there's a prayer. So we're gonna walk away to let the prayer happen. Again, you shouldn't film. You don't film prayers. Okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna walk over to the water for a minute. And just kind of recap what we've done today, what's been happening today. Hello. There's a little hill. Somebody say your name. Again, if you're just joining, we're in Rapid City, South Dakota. Right now there's a prayer going on. So I'm going to walk away. This is a 5K walk and run to bring awareness to missing and murdered Indigenous women, relatives, boys, girls, Two-Spirit, for our relatives. You just heard, this is not, it's a very hard issue. It's hard to, it's just a real thing happening to our people, you know, and it affects us, and affects not only the directly related, but all the relations. And we wanted to come here and bring attention to this issue. We did it through a run and walk. There's hundreds of people who came. There was different sort of advice of how to be involved where you're at, you know, being if you can follow the hashtag, or you can talk about it with your friends, create a podcast, do opinion pieces in your local paper. Yesterday there was a search party. You heard a little bit about it there. If you go back in our feeds, you can see the organizing of that search party. You can see how they organized it, sort of how they broke up into groups, how they're trying to verify information, how they're trying to make a timeline of where this person was, and try to track them. And I think it's there. It's a resource there. You can look back at that if you want to get ideas. But you know, everyone's trying to do what they can in the ways they can. And today a lot of people came and they held space together. Shared stories together. They're about to share a meal together. Again, that's why I walked away, because they're going to do a prayer before the meal. I can show myself too. I just always get weird about it. Anyway, so I'm the director of tactical media here at the NDNCollective. My name is Lorenzo Serna. Been your host this whole time. You've been hearing my voice talking as I've been trying to get interviews. Again, we try to get those interviews, but it's people are here. They're here with their families. They're here with their relations, and they're here remembering their ancestors and those missing. And so I don't like to really push too hard, you know. And so what happens, and it's good, you know. You can go back and have these interviews, and you also hear the people who spoke, how hard that was. I mean, I don't know how it was. It's just to hear the reality of what's happened, you know. And you heard the family advocate for the Sanish Scouts talking about having to go get her daughter, who was being trafficked, and having to go into a place and bringing her out with grassroots people in Minneapolis, American Indian movement there. And this is what's been going on. And again, since contact, this has been going on. This isn't new. This isn't something that just started. And so, yeah, we wanted to bring you out here, and we're just going to take a second, then we'll go back. I might go down when the meal starts, because everyone's going to be eating. So I don't know if we want to watch everyone eat, but we'll see. I'm going to turn the camera back to the water. Again, we're in Rapid City, South Dakota. I don't know what I look like. I was wearing a mask forever, so my face is whatever. But Rapid City, South Dakota, in the Bandshell, hundreds of people holding space together. Again, following a day of there was search parties for a relative. And yeah, it's a collaboration. Indian Collective, the Oglala Sioux Tribe, the Rosebud Sioux Tribe, different advocacy groups trying to provide services to our relatives. Thank you, James. Thank you, Kay. Fo, J.E., Bear Shirt, thanks for the prayers. Bridget, thanks for sending your heart out to the families. Melinda, thanks for those words, for the blessings. And yes, Aaron, this is really serious. Someone's saying that they can't believe how serious this is. And we talk about a lot. If you watch a lot of the coverage I do on different front lines, the loss of a family member and trying to get justice for that seems almost impossible. Because how do you get justice for somebody who's gone? And we'll get that justice in the way we want. We're going to write what that justice looks like, and we're going to implement what that justice looks like, and it's going to be us who does it. And I want to make sure it's clear that they're not going to give us justice. We're going to have to take it, and we're going to tell them what that looks like. So much thanks for being here. We're going to take a few more minutes just watching this water. Again, there's a prayer going on. If you don't know, you shouldn't. You don't film prayers. You know, it's hard to, I know, for folks to know what's prayer, what's not, but also just err. I usually try to err on the side of just not filming it, you know. It isn't like a place to come to get your best footage ever, to whatever, you know. This is, we're just trying to share this information so it gets further out to you. Further out into the spaces out there. And then thank you for everyone who's been sharing this feed, who's liking and following NDNCollective. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us. There'll be more content like this, and also a variety of different things going on. If you look at our feeds, you see we're doing webinars, conversations about our missing relatives, but also about just this society and how it's been doing. There's a recent one talking about the first 100 days of Biden's presidency. And so we're having these conversations, and we're holding them with each other to know where we stand. And recently too, all of you, we talk about, this has been going on since Contact, the CNN, former CNN, somebody, I don't know what his title was, but Rick Santorum, who shared an ongoing lie that they've been telling themselves for a long time, was fired for that racist lie that there was nothing here before people came and almost starved to death, and then were given food out of the kindness of people's hearts, and then they slowly did what they did to be here. And so that lie wasn't going to be tolerated anymore, and our people didn't tolerate it. You saw how they went after CNN for even employing this person who's there on this giant platform, a giant platform, sharing this lie to millions of people. And it's no more. Nobody has time for that anymore, you know. And so he's gone. I think that there's different people trying to pressure CNN to hire some native journalists. Thank you, GJE. This, you know, the NDNCollective, vital to be on the ground, grassroots organizing. Now we're here for Indigenous self-determination, and we're amongst the people, you know, like we're not, every one of us has a part, everyone has a role, and we're all doing this together, and we're thankful to be in this space with everyone, and sharing it with everyone, and building our power together with everyone. And the future will be a beautiful thing because we're going to make it together, you know. All right, I'm going to head back. I think that the prayer is over, so we're going to start walking back. Thanks for listening to me on this water thing. I always showed my face. I've been wearing a mask all day. I don't know what it looks like. I can't see it, so I just got worried. I was hanging, like, stuff's hanging off my face, so I just didn't show it. But anyways, my name is Melanie Stoneman. I'm the director of Tactile Media here at the NDNCollective. My pronouns are they, them. Wonderful. So y'all know. And yeah, I'm Chicanx. My people are from where the so-called Texas-Mexico border exists. I guess USA's Mexico so-called border. And then on my father's side, they're from what's now called Mexico. So I'm really thankful to be here. Hey. Is the prayer over? Yeah. Okay. All right, we're coming back. We're back. Let me listen to my speakers.
You know, at first we did wait because Susan would call and connect. I'm checking in. Her and my son who stood up here.
Oh, no, I'm good, thanks.
I'm sitting with my granddaughter, Susan's daughter. And so I was thinking last night, we have a lot of support.
And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And when you all leave, when we go back to our reservation, I was thinking, well, we're gonna have to come up to Rapid City and we're gonna search. But I know we have the support of the Creek Patrol. I met some wonderful people who look after the homeless here in Rapid City, who look after the Oyate. So I will stay in contact with them, and like they say, it comes from the grassroots. Pejihuta Oyate. That's who we are. We'll come up. We'll hit these spots. We'll grab it. We'll map it and just focus on it. But with prayer, that's Susan will call. I hear these good stories, sad stories. I have hope. I believe in Wakantuka. Susan knows that. She lived with us. And
we try to find
I have 3 steps. All I ask was, when you come home, be sober. And I try to step that I said, to protect my children. There was no alcohol.
Now you gotta try. Come to buy another grill.
I told my children, Susan, when you know when they're home, and when they're sober, they are so loving, gentle, productive. When they're out during the coronavirus, they hit us. I was really sick. My husband and we were quarantined. Susan stayed strong and she cooked us. She served us. She should bring me a bowl of soup. Here's soup. Drink some broth. You have to eat something. We should bring it real daintily into our room. But that wasn't the only time she served us. Many times. She cooked us dinners. Her favorite chicken Alfredo. So I was thinking. And I was waiting for a ride, and I noticed Laurie.
Do you have a flyer? A flyer of Susan? Well, she's talking about Susan. I was looking for a flyer. All right. Give me one second. I'm gonna try to get just so you know who we're talking about. No. I don't think so. We're still looking for Susan. This is the family of Susan right now. We're gonna get this flyer that we've been putting up so you can see the more information about it. And yeah, that was yesterday. Yesterday there was a search party being sent out from this location, and then today there's the walk and run. this is the person we're talking about right now, the family who's speaking. Susan Lacey, Fast Eagle, Chief Eagle. And then here's the last contact, May 2021. And there's some phone numbers if you have any information. Don't be afraid. There's a report number right there, 212-06271. And you can call those the first number. And then the other folks are people who are looking. And so wherever it feels comfortable, it's Susan Lacey, Fast Eagle, Chief Eagle. Thank you for checking that out with us. And this is the family here speaking about her. And that's something that happens too. You know, like the media's portrayal of people usually is extravagance, and you don't hear the stories of this person feeding her mother when she was sick, and that's what she's sharing right now. Is that this, regardless of what we heard, this is how she treated me. Thanks, citizen. I think I'm going to take the feed down as everyone eats, but let me check here.
Absolutely. I want to be a part of it. Just to help our people.
Hey. Give me 1 second. There's going to be a bunch of talking. Do you know what's going on after everyone eats, or is it over after everyone eats?
I think it's over after everyone eats.
Alright, so then I'm going to take the feed down because everyone's just eating.
Yeah.
Let me see if... Alright, I'm going to see if I can get any final words from the organizers, and then we're going to probably take this feed down. I want to thank everyone who's been here, who's followed, liked, and shared, who's following our work at the NDNCollective. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to be doing more and more events like this. As I take the feed down, I don't know if you wanted to say any last words. Let's go ahead. Hold on. Let's I don't know if you saw everyone move away. It's just you, I guess.
I know. No support here.
Oh yeah, the t-shirts. Somebody wants to see the t-shirts.
Yeah, t-shirts. No more stolen sisters. Yeah.
Alright. You want to say anything? Or?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know if...
it's all live.
I was reading live.
I'm just live. I'm just like... everyone had to listen to me talk for a while, so like...
Right on. No. I think today was like such a great turnout. It's amazing like how much...
You get turned around because... Oh wait, no, go ahead.
Yeah, how much has grown. You know, me and Nikki... We were one of the first ones to start a MMIW march here about 4 years ago, and just watching it grow, the education, like how people are becoming aware and how people are like really trying to plug in and learn. And I think that's the key to all of it, is like the different stages. And I talked about this, you know, many times before, that there's so many different stages of MMIW. And I think that people get really stuck in the awareness phase, and what happens is like people think that they have to become a specific way or do something on somebody else's terms, and it's not that way. It's learning how you fit within your community and where you feel like you're standing in your power. And that's the most powerful thing that anyone can do is figuring out where their passions are and standing behind those and digging deeper into that and how your passions can connect to your community. And I think that for me, that's been like my experience, because if you're not passionate about it, you're gonna burn out, and it's gonna be really heavy. But if you have a way to balance yourself and take care of yourself and plug into that passion, you'll be able to sustain yourself in movements like this. These are really heavy but powerful and strong movements, but we got to take care of ourselves in that way. Everybody has something to give, and I think that people really need to remember that. So I'm just grateful to be here, to be a part of it. You know, the organizing part is just something that like we love to do, and to be able to do it alongside powerful and passionate women, that's even, you know, that's more dope. And like that's living the dream, really. Seeing our community in this way, and like seeing the ways that they're supporting each other. You know, yesterday we had over 30 to 40 people searching for a missing relative, and just people like showing up, people we've never met before, you know, allies, you know, the media, all of it. It's just really dope to see, and the efforts. And yesterday, you know, we got closer, we learned more, we created timelines, and we did it all together. So just encouraging people to learn more about it. Once you learn more about it, then you can do more about it, and that's where we are today. So it's good.
We're gonna take the feed down thing. I'm gonna show organizations to support, to give some ideas here. I'm gonna go over here. See the food sign. So everyone's getting ready to eat. I'm going to go eat as well and get some conversations. Sometimes when you're doing media, you don't get to. Pardon me, can I film this sign really quick right here? Thank you. So you see the organizations to support. Again, you can look around. There's a lot of different organizations. These are some of them: Native Women's Society of the Great Plains, Rising Hearts, National Indigenous Women's Resource Center, Sovereign Bodies, Mending the Sacred Hoop, Sing Our Rivers Red, and the Red Dress Project. Those are just some. Again, those aren't all of them. I think we're different on both sides. There's more orders over here. As people are speaking over here, so I feel like I have to. All right. Well. All right, we're gonna walk out, I think, and we're gonna take this down. Everyone's eating. I always feel weird filming everyone eat, so we're gonna let everyone eat.
Thank you for the blessing of the food and the community of the people that made it. You will be blessed many times, and I'm thankful for each one of you that are here supporting Susie and her husband and her daughter. It breaks my heart because you're thinking about this.
Strong Hearts Native Helpline, Coalition to Stop Violence Against Native Women, White Earth Reservation Tribe with Dove Program, Montana Native Women's Coalition, Indian Law Resource Center, National Indian Women Resource Center, All My Relations, Bring Her Home, All My Relations.
I'm really grateful because I honor my elderly. I love my elderly. I'm very on the elderly.
Okay, we're going to move over this way. And then we're going to take this down again. I'm going to put myself on here. My name is Lorenzo Cerda. I'm the director of tactical media here at the NDNCollective. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Chicanx. What's up, my people? What's up, Raza? Yeah, we're going to take the feed down. I hope that everyone enjoyed joining us today. I know some people were upset they couldn't be here, but thankfully you're able to witness in this way. I encourage everyone to like, follow, share our content at the NDNCollective. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on Twitter, like if you're on Facebook. Thanks to everyone who's on that ecosystem of internet, social media platforms. Check out our website, IndianCollective.org, for more information. And yeah, just keep following us. We're going to be doing more events. We'll be on the ground more. We'll be at more front lines. Again, I'm your director of tactical media from the NDNCollective, and I do a lot of the hosting on our lives on the ground. But we also do conversations online. So if you look at our feed, you go back, you can see we have Indian Lives, where we're talking about the first 100 days of Biden's presidency. You know, we're just talking about post-inauguration, what that was like for Indigenous people. And also we're doing advocacy all the time. A big thank you to everyone out there who put that pressure on CNN to get Rick Santorum fired. You know, he was sharing a continual lie they've been sharing for a long time. And as we take apart their lies, we're going to see the world as it really is, and we're going to transform it to what it needs to be. So thank you all for being here. And we're going to shut this down. We're going to show everybody here. Everyone's eating, and we're going to let them eat, and I'm going to eat. So I'm going to go. But again, thank you so much.